So guys, after a 3.5 hour drive from Ella, we arrived in Galle and to our hotel, the Radisson Blue. Cheers! So the Radisson Blue is a 5-star hotel located in Galle. They gave us a warm welcome and it was nice and airy, the nice view from the hotel lobby of the swimming pool and the beach. And they gave us a nice cold towel. It was nice after a 3.5 hour ride. Malshika, thank you. Nice and refreshing. And we get a nice cold drink too. What is that?
Lekker juice.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Malishka.
One more.
Nice. And this was a pleasant surprise because there was some confusion with the booking. Our bookings were cancelled inadvertently by some miscommunication. Our bookings were reinstated and upgraded to a suite room. There's a large bathroom as seen here with a separate toilet, a separate shower area. There were 2 separate sinks as seen here for Shanti and I. There was a large king-size bed in the bedroom as seen here, a separate sitting area, and can you believe it, this whole balcony was just for us. Wow, this is our own balcony for our room. Excellent. So I decided to try out the swimming pool and have a swim in it. It was nice and refreshing. You can see the hotel also had its own private beach if you wanted to laze around and watch the sunset. So I'm at the beach at Galle, the hotel, the Radisson Blue. Hey, very nice room. You gave us that corner room.
That's a bigger room.
You had a nice party yesterday. Nice balcony. Okay, we join him. So of course in Sri Lanka you can't get away from hoppers or appam for breakfast.
Yes.
We are having masala tea with the appam called hoppers here.
Egg appam.
Egg appam with
Chicken curry.
chicken curry. How is it? Yours is plain.
Plain appam with the white fish curry and coconut sambal.
How is it? Good? Miss spicy, eh?
The curry.
How you find?
Mine is sodi. Mine is the chicken, the fish curry.
Oh.
So it's not so spicy. It's got a peppery taste, but not so spicy. But it's nice. It's crispy, and it's not like it's crispy and nice.
So my next item is this papaya juice with
Yellow food.
bread
Butter.
with butter with pork sausage, pork bacon and scrambled egg. Cheers. We then visited 2 memorials dedicated to people who died from the 26 December 2004 tsunami. This is the first memorial, a statue of Buddha, which was 18.5 meters high, built 2 years after the tsunami occurred. This statue is a carved replica of the famous Bamiyan Buddha statue of Afghanistan, which were destroyed by the Taliban. The statue is supposed to symbolize the gesture of fearlessness in reassuring people of God's divine protection and blessing. This memorial actually commemorates the 1,500 people who died in the train when it was derailed like a matchbox during the aforementioned tsunami. Just a short distance away is another memorial dedicated to the Puralia village in Sri Lanka, which was totally destroyed by the tsunami waves on 26 December 2004. More than 2,500 people lost their lives here, and 450 families were made homeless. We then visited the Ahungalla Sea Turtle Conservation and Research Center. This center is a non-profit organization where their aim is to protect sea turtles and care for them and increase their breeding. They also care for turtles who are injured, entangled in fishing gear, or injured due to fishing boats, etc. Here the marine biologist is explaining to us about the endangered hawksbill turtle, which is being treated here. This hawksbill turtle is on the critically endangered list. It gets its name from its narrow head and bird-like beak, which is used to catch animals hiding in small crevices.
Are we allowed to touch them? No.
Because of what is medicated.
Oh, water is medicated. Oh, for healing. Oh, so this is medicated water.
There, it's 2 or 3 times medicated.
Medicated, you got skin rash, or put your hands on
You got skin problem, right?
I don't have skin problem. You got skin problem.
That's a treatment center. You call the doctor.
According to the marine biologist, 35 kilos of fish are needed a day to feed all these turtles.
No.
Altogether
35
a day to feed all this.
Yeah, altogether.
So then you're good.
So he's now showing us how turtles can get caught in fishing nets when they come and look for food, and that's how they get injured and damaged, and then they are sent over to this conservatory for help. So guys, it was an interesting visit to this turtle conservatory. We learned a lot about sea turtles and its preservation. Our next stop was the Ambalangoda Mars Museum. At this place, there is a museum depicting the history of this traditional Mars. There's also a workshop and a souvenir shop here. Mars production and performances and dancing are a local tradition of traditional Sri Lankan tribes, and has been developed into perfection here in the hands of the Vijaya Surya family here in Ambalangoda. So we first visited the workshop where these masks are being produced. They are made of kaduru wood, and at first the wood is cut into appropriate sizes, and then the mask is put close to a fireplace so that it dry. Then the face of the mask is smoothened with the skin of a sea fish, later with a leaf with a rough surface. I decided to try my hand in cutting the wood and shaping it.
After this, you cannot incubate there.
To provide a durable coat, a mixture of resin powder, tree oil and clay is applied. The surface is then smoothened with a spade of breadfruit flour, and then the painting starts. Usually yellow paint is applied as a basic color, and then detailed painting is done. Finally, to protect the colors, a mixture of resin powder and tree oil is applied to the mask. I next visited the Mars Museum, which was established with a grant from the Federal Republic of Germany. The masks here are used by traditional dancers, where in those days they used to use these dancers to inflict curses among their enemies. And also there are also dancers which also removes the curse. And it all depends on which type of mask and which ritual you follow. And it's all been preserved in this museum here, which has been partially funded by the Federal German Republic in collaboration with the Sri Lankan government. We then visited a Moonstone factory and cinnamon producing plant.
And cinnamon we have all over there. Cinnamon we have all over there. You know, Sri Lankan cinnamon is the best cinnamon in the world.
Is it?
We are export. Because good quality cinnamon, if you need to buy something here, we have a big factory there. First, one by one, I'll show you how they're doing. You know, we get oil from the leaf. We get oil from the leaf of the tree. This is bark, just bark also we use for the cooking as well. And after that, screw it like this. and then cut it and remove the bark, and then we keep it to dry here 2 weeks before we fill it as a sticky row, the dry row, and then keep it to dry 2 weeks time. You can see how they're doing good for.
We then moved over to the other part of the factory to see how they process the cinnamon leaves to make the cinnamon oil.
Cinnamon leaves, you know, just one bulb, it has 60-70 kilograms, one bulb. We put into the tank 8 bulbs approximately, 450 kilograms like that, and put the fire, and there's a water, steam it and distill it. Yeah, you know, cinnamon oil is heavier than the water.
Oh, so hot. See? Put your hand inside.
No, you can see it's very hot.
Cinnamon, Sri Lankan, the best cinnamon in the world. Listen to me, please. Carefully you listen, you can understand properly. After the questions. So, the mining, right now you can see the one of working mines in Sri Lanka. So many mines in Sri Lanka, you know, you heard about sapphire. Sri Lankan sapphire is the best sapphire in the world. But here very best for the moonstone. Just in this village, moonstones are naturally formed. So I told you, every person, they change every 1.5 hours. They can't stay more time in the mine. Very heavy duty in the mine. Now the people are down in. So, hello, we can communicate with each other always because hard work. So people are underground, how they washing. Let's see the washing first. Same as a gold washing. First washing. They believe, you know, the Asian people, so many, the evil eye and the evil mouth, they put on the table, anywhere, working place. Some are put the blue and white moonstones, you know. The blue color is very unique, the white is very common color. I have to come 1,000 years before the moon's magnetic power affect into the earth, chromium and the silicon, they put into the earth and then they create.
So after that, the stones which are collected are separated into various different types.
Come and buy. First I show you our showroom. Here we do the cutting and polishing.
So the stones are cut and polished as shown here. Finally, then they are used to make jewels or sold to willing customers. So that was an interesting visit to the cinnamon and moonstone factory. So for lunch, we decided to go to a traditional Sri Lankan restaurant, not visited by tourists, but we asked the workers at the Moonstone factory where to go for a good lunch, and so we ended up here. Of course, we had gotten used to drinking this cold, refreshing ginger beer at our every meal. It was very nice and tasty. So the first dish was this fried squid, which looked very delicious and spicy. Then we had pumpkin over there and brinjal. Then next to it was dal and beans. So our traditional Sri Lankan lunch today is dal, fried calamari, yogurt, mixed vegetable, salad, gravel prawn, beans, fried fish, papadum,
Pumpkin.
onions and anchovies, pickle. Raja, how's the food so far? Good? Good. Huh? So you put your plate nicely stocked up with all the amenities, condiments, good?
Chew.
How is it?
The calamari is chew, but tasty.
You can see we're all enjoying our traditional Sri Lankan meal, traditional ginger beer, and of course Sri Lankan yogurt and papadum. So guys, the total cost of the meal was 10,000 Sri Lankan rupees or about 140 ringgit. That was an enjoyable meal. Join us for our next video. Cheers!